Okay, let's just see one more time with some of the 3 forms of lap-style we can do. Remember, the rhythm, if I'm doing it right, is I pause at my punch. Okay, again, the idea is not to hit him, to just occupy his space. So I know, okay, I have a good position or not. Okay, same thing, pas-style, you can do blindfold. Lap-style, you can do blindfold. Okay, for example, pas-style, I don't have to see. Okay, that's the type of capability you want to have. Same thing with lap-style. Okay, some of the hands techniques based on sense of touch, which is the essence of Wing Chun, which will take us to Dan Qi Sao. We are into the 3rd sequence within the Silam Tao exercise. We have done the pas-style sequence, lap-style sequence. Now you have developed enough understanding with time that you have put into practice, reinforcing the concept and attributes, which now we're going to be advancing into the Dan Qi Sao. Okay, Dan Qi Sao means single sticking hands. Now in Wing Chun, Qi Sao is well known. Okay, so but I want to emphasize that Wing Chun is a straight, very simple and direct art. It's not like we need to make contact with the hands all the time in order to defend ourselves. When the target is open, we just go straight. But sometimes, obviously, we're going to come across the bridge. So the bridge, okay, which we need the contact reflex, called reaction skills. That's where the purpose of Dan Qi Sao comes from. Okay, so the first fundamental Dan Qi Sao is called single hand Qi Sao. Tan Sao began with the Tan, Bong, and Fuk. Okay, Tan Sao is to cover the outer gate. Bong Sao and Fuk Sao is cover the underneath. Okay, Fuk again is to subdue, to control. Tan again is to redirect. Bong is to redirect. Okay, so we began with the Tan, Bong, Fuk, both partners. Again, important thing is to go back to our concept. We are properly facing, and the Tan Sao and Fuk Sao must have a reference. That's called center line. Right now, my Fuk Sao is on my center line, his Tan Sao is on his center line. And we come to the balance, how high. Because if you go too low on the Tan Sao, okay, it's too much for him to protect his hands too low. So his upper gate is too open. Very hard for him to block if I challenge his upper gate. So his Tan Sao too low. Okay, so therefore, depending on your opponents, you must find a balance, based on the center line and the height. Right now, we find the balance. We're about the same height. So you find the center line and then the right height. So we start the basic progression. Tan Sao initials. So for the Tan Sao guy, he must create an opening on the center line for him to come in to my space. Okay, for him to do that, he's going to change his Tan into Bill, and he had created an opening on the center line. So therefore, allow him to strike. So that would be his training. From Tan, he want to create opening. Because if we both share the center line and he don't have an opening, and he strikes, it's very easy, I just jut and redirect it. So therefore, he must create opening by sending my hand away from the center line. Okay, as he create an opening, then changes into palm strike, upper gate. Okay, and for me to respond, I do a jut Sao. Jut. So it looks like he's hitting me here, but it's not. He's actually aiming at my face. Okay, and I redirect downwards. So the first sequence, from Tan Sao to the face, I responded with a jut back to my solar plex area. Now his gate is open. Now I can challenge him with my punch, and he's going to shut that gate with his bong sao. And then we're back to the beginning. So that is the basic sequence. So again, you're learning how to interact your technique along the center line. Okay? There's a story where I had a chance to touch hands and stick hands with many of the fellow in Wing Chun. I visited a new school, so there's a new group of people. So I touch hands with them, and afterward they always say I have such a fast hand. But the truth is not that I have a fast hand. The truth is that my hands begin on the center where I have an advantage in position. The only difference is that they're not aware of it. So in other words, if my hands are already off my center, he's already have an advantage. Okay, so therefore, if I make a move, he hit me. So it seems like he has a fast hand. So that's why everything begins on center. Okay, so let's watch the sequence again. Okay, again, the idea is to share the center line, and he's going to create an opening for him to challenge my upper gate, and then I respond with a technique, jut. Now I create an opening, I punch, he responds with a bong, then we're back to full circle again. Okay, let's try from switching position. Again, we're discussing the concept. We're not fighting each other yet. Okay, we must train the hands to have good skill on the center line. Okay, because later on, what give me the condition to hit him is based on his bad positions. So right now, you must recognize what is correct positions.